Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our 4 o'clock live broadcast. And tonight we have our first session of boot camp. Let me share the screen. Let's see, did I do this? Okay. Let me just take a quick peek and see who's here. Now, last night, we did a little session about corporate professionals and top earning network marketers that are looking for a new home. And at the end of the day, all this activity comes down to one thing. Conversation. Conversation. Who are you talking to? The more selective you are about who you talk to, the more successful you're going to be. Rhonda Collier sent me this. My team just enrolled the #1 earner in another company. She was making $500,000. She's going to leave her company and build with us. I love success stories like this. Sheila, who could barely send email when she started. 6 months later, sent me this. I'm very excited. I landed a big fish. Played my cards like you taught me, was patient. I'll email you about it. The sky's the limit. Jacques came out of one of our boot camps. I connected with 2 whales on Facebook. They're now bringing in other leaders for my new project. Francisco was living the network marketing dream that everyone dreams about, thanks to what you taught me over the years. The whale that I enrolled in my business in December added 80,000 people to my team by February, helping to bring the size of my team up to 500,000 people. It's all about conversation, period. Now we're going to jump into some accounts. We're going to start with James. And I'm going to show you just how quickly you can be connecting with people, talking to people that you know in advance, need what you have, want what you have. There is no faster, easier way to do it. Corporate professionals, top earning network marketers, people that have large circles of influence. Those are the people you're looking for. And in our training, how network marketers catch whales, people with large circles of influence, all of you, every one of you can be talking to people based on the conversation. Know that you can pick out the people that would clearly be great additions to your business. I love success stories. I'm going to share one, then we're going to jump into James' account. Gennady came to the United States from Poland to learn how to use Facebook and social media to build a network marketing business. Prior to connecting with me, he had spent over $40,000 with other experts and trainers. 40 grand, that's a lot of money. His personal coaching goal when we started working together was to learn how to build the business and then how to train the people he enrolled. As part of coaching, I helped fill a hotel room in Poland with prospects for his business while he was still in the United States, and then helped him conduct a boot camp, a group training to train everybody on his team. English, Polish, Spanish, it doesn't matter. He came out of coaching and he was in a company. And the first year, they got their income up to $60,000 a month. $60,000 a month, from zero to $60,000 a month. And then they changed companies. Let me share what happened to Gennady.
There are a lot of trainers, a lot of people who are pretending to be the best of the best in the world to teach in this area. But you know what? I found that they are treating the theory. So their students making nothing with this theory. So we were looking for somebody who can provide us step by step to have a really good result. So we started with this information and training and knowledge we get from Mac, from his coaching. And guess what happened? At that time, we was in a different company. We ran to the top of this company just in 12 months. We were the first check in Europe. After 6 months, yeah. And something happened that we needed to change the company. We started a brand new company 3 months ago. And within 3 months, we made a diamond in 74 days.
Yeah.
From 0 point, somebody can think, oh, first they brought their old team. No, we built this new team with a brand new people, all of them from Facebook. We have a 66 person for now in our account, and we made about $300,000 in volume in the first 5 weeks.
All I want to say is in this 12 weeks, in social media only, we build organization and to have connection with people, new people in this industry, and it really works. We have now in 12 weeks more than 1,000 people, and we have great vision of the future.
And it happened only because it works. So Max, thank you for everything you are doing, not only for us, but for thousands of people like us.
Now, my friends, it's all about duplication. It's all about duplication. So first he told me about the results he had, and then he shared the news. 4 of his frontline partners, 2 of them beat their life records, sponsoring 20 people in 1 week. 20 people in 1 week. You're all head down the same road. Todd used the Whale Book. It's connecting with 30 people a day. He enrolled a business builder, 3 solid appointments. 3 solid appointments. Later in the day, he would sign all 3 of them up. Now, I'm not sharing this with you to impress you. I'm sharing this with you to impress upon you what you can be doing, what members of your team can be doing, period. If people can't see you, they can't see what you're doing. So we're going to pop out of here. So, James, we're going to jump into James' account and see if he's got some conversations going that we could look at. And Nick, you got anything you want me to look at? Okay, so the first one is Steve Vance. So let's take a look at who Steve is. You know, it doesn't take long. VP of Sales. Seeking a new opportunity. So the obvious question is, why? What's going on with CityQuest? So, James, you've been talking to him since 2021. But you've never talked to him. All right. So you can't get him to respond. Let's look at his activity. So he made a post 5 years ago. Comments 5 years ago. Reactions 3 months ago. Okay. So the bottom line is, if you can't get people to respond to you, you can't get people to respond to you. You just give them a little bit of time, and then, yes, I wouldn't waste any more time with this guy.
Okay.
You know, he's not reacting. He's not responding. And again, we want to go after the low hanging fruit. And he's definitely. Okay, now this is the guy we sent a message to a little earlier. Okay. Now, question. So we're gonna say, remember, that's the question. What attracted you to retail management in the first place? But we gotta have a conversation. So. So considering what's happening in retail management. Now, people will respond to you if they like you. People will respond to you if they like the subject. Let's come over here and let's look at Jessica. All right. She worked at Bed Bath and Beyond. All right, so you have yet to get her to respond. Okay. Now, let's go back over to her page. Now, let's see if she's posted anything. So it's looking like she's sharing things of other people.
I wonder if those people are on her team and she's supporting them.
Well, it could be, but the bottom line is you got to do something to a trap to get her to talk. Okay?
Yeah,
All right, so why don't we do this? Let's, okay, so we posted this. And you've already had 2 people liked it, 1 person made a comment. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna send this. Stand by. So we're gonna share that. All right, and frankly, she's gonna end up in a category of people that you're just not gonna bother with. Because there's too many other people. Okay. So let's take a look at Carla. "16 years at Bed Bath and Beyond." All right, so when you got something like this, the best that you can do. Folks, it's all about conversation. Who are you talking to? I'm gonna log out of your account. Now, boot camp starts tonight at 9 o'clock. So Paula, do you see yourself here? I would guess. I was a betting person. I would guess that this is you. Yes, I did, James, I did skip. I did it on purpose. There's two other people here that are also talking to Joel. Joel's a popular guy. Okay. So let's take a look at Paula's profile. Paula, can you hear me? I unmuted you.
Yes, I can.
Okay, is this you?
Yes.
Okay, and then notice. Well, I'll send you a connection request, so. Okay, so health and wellness coach and an entrepreneur. All right, so. Your brand partner, what does YL stand for?
Young Living.
Okay. All right, so what else are you doing besides Young Living?
What do you mean by what am I doing? Taking care of my parrot?
Okay, so let me back up. What did you do before you got into Young Living?
Oh, I was a teacher. High school.
And how long were you a high school teacher?
24, 25 years.
Okay, and were you working at the same school for 25 years or did you move around?
Moved around. Yes.
So the whole idea here is your profile has the potential for you to talk to all kinds of people.
Uh-huh.
Right. So this should not be a profile about Young Living.
Oh, uh-huh.
This should be about you. For example, if you came up here and you did a search for teachers, it would be easy for you to talk to another teacher,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
on LinkedIn, we have roughly 21,900,000 teachers.
Uh-huh. Wow.
You think there might be 10 or 15 that might be interested in having a conversation with you about teaching and maybe doing some other things? Of course.
Wow. Yeah.
Now you say you're a high school teacher.
Yes. Well, I taught English.
Okay.
Yes.
So we could go first. High school teachers. So we narrowed it down to 613,000 high school teachers. Still plenty of people to talk to.
Only 13th. Wow. It's still a lot. It's a lot. Yeah.
Sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Now we could also high school.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily narrow it down.
Oh, I understand, but let's see how many high school English teachers are on LinkedIn. You got 109,000 people. All right, now,
I also taught English as a second language. I did.
okay.
English as a second language.
And let's see how many high school English teachers are looking for an opportunity.
Oh, that's what's most interesting.
So you got 505.
Not very many. Yeah.
Well, how many do you need?
Not 500. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So you got 505, but now what we could do, looking for opportunity.
interesting. Yeah. That's no, that's even more interesting. People who want to do something else or something in addition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got 12,000 teachers, English teachers.
Mhm.
Now, the thing is, for you to be able to reach out and have conversations with these people.
Yeah.
And understand that school teachers, well, here, let's take a look at this one here. Looking for my next opportunity.
Wow. Super.
Now, she's got this little banner. She's saying, hey, I'm looking for my next opportunity. I am open to work.
Oh, fabulous. Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
But in order for you to be effective, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to dress up your profile a little bit. And what you have to do is remember that there are millions of network marketers that are reaching out to people like her,
Oh, wow.
blasting her
Uh-huh.
with all kinds of stuff, which is the reason why you don't want to have anything. And I would venture to say quite a number of people in network marketing in your company that are reaching out to her.
Oh, wow.
So
Uh-huh.
you need to be, now this person, well, wait a minute, she's a brand ambassador. So looks like she's tried something.
Oh, doing something or has tried something. Yeah.
So what I'm going to suggest, let me put it in the chat.
Yeah, Mickey bird. Yeah, Mickey, you're a good bird.
So, by the way, how did you hear about me?
Originally, well, I was familiar with you from YouTube, but then George Maju, I spoke to him.
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna put in the chat window 2 links. One, to join me on my Facebook and LinkedIn boot camp that starts tonight. And in boot camp, we'll teach you how to,
Yes, I just joined George Maju's magazine. I signed up.
gotcha. Well, my basic training program is in their back office. The
That's what
difference,
I've looked at it.
the difference is in boot camp, we're gonna teach you how to put everything together. And if we go over here. So tonight's session is all about creating your LinkedIn and Facebook pages.
Uh-huh.
We have a number of tools. You've got the profile guide, and you've got the scripts. Now, the difference is that in boot camp, we work with everybody. We bring up your pages. You watch me help people put their pages together. Create, connect, communicate, and close. You also have the recorded sessions of our July boot camp. And this will help you move through the process, faster. Now, is this your first experience with network marketing?
Um, Young Living, yes.
Okay. Now, why'd you get into the business?
I got in originally because of the products, not even knowing that there was a business attached to the
Huh?
company. But I was looking for holistic healing modalities.
Huh?
And I had tried essential oils, which, although I thought they were good because they were from health food stores, they didn't do anything. And when I was introduced to Young Living, I realized that the oils were very different.
Mhm.
The products were very different. So I became a fan, a raving fan, so to speak.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, there's when I say a lot to learn, I'm not saying it to try to diminish anybody's interest. But once you put things together, the whole process, frankly, is a lot of fun. In fact, let me,
My situation. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mickey line.
say this is,
Good girl, Mickey.
okay, now let me pop over here. Am I logged out?
No, Mickey.
Okay, what I want to do is I want to bring up someone. Now, Joanne is one of my coaching students. And the one thing that all of you are going to learn, as Joanne learned, is that you can not only do this, use LinkedIn to build your business, your network marketing business, but most people in network marketing are part-timers.
No,
So if you're doing anything else, everything that I'm going to teach you is going to help you do that too. For example, so Alan, that's not you. Okay, so in your note, you said that we're not connected. Okay. Jack, if you don't have a link, send me a message on LinkedIn and I'll make sure you have it. You should have it. All right. So first, let's look at what happened with Joanne.
I mean, Max, what you've taught me, obviously I've applied to my network marketing business and it absolutely works. We know that. It's a fact. You've done it with me, you've done it with so many others. But, you know, one of the things I always say was, what you teach us, we can apply to any job. And it's the same technique, it's the same dance. And I've used it in the insurance world where I was recruiting for multiple agencies and using your technique. I remember 1 month I recruited 40 insurance agents in 1 month. You know, that's huge. And I know that you've worked with others that have built huge insurance agencies as well. Currently, I'm doing outside sales. I'm working for Republic Services, as you can see in my banner there. I have been with the company 2.5 months. I started in the beginning of May. And I told my manager when I was in the interview process, how I thought that, you know, I can apply LinkedIn and explode, you know, this type of position. And it didn't register with him. And I waited and I said the first couple of weeks, I got to learn what I'm doing. I got that down. And then I said, I'm posting my first customer. So if you look back about a month, you'll see, you know, Go Auto, it was my first post, nothing fancy. And then about a week ago, I think I did 5 posts in a row. And one of my posts for Red Arrow Diner has gotten over 6,000 views between two, you know, it said, oh, do you want to post in the, you know, restaurant group or whatever? So this one here is a nonprofit, the one that you have right there. So they do mental health. And, you know, I got 23 likes on that and a good number of views. This one was a little restaurant in Nashua, and I think it was over 1,100 views when I saw it last. So what I'm doing is I've got a little twist, a little auto dealership. I think that one had about 1,200 views when I first looked at it last. I'm not even really, the diner one's my favorite, the next one right there. So this diner, Red Arrow Diner, been around for 100 years. And I just posted me with some of the guys outside and one of the owners, 67 people liked it. So using your technique, I do a little post, and the only thing I'm saying about Republic Services is welcome to the Republic Services family. So just doing that, you know, is getting more engagement, more people within the company. But just in the last week or so, I've been asked, I trained my group of, you know, my office, and now I've got my division manager sending out messages talking about how I've because of these couple of posts that I've done, I had someone on LinkedIn that I connected with on the 25th of June with my message one that you taught, copy paste, and I got a sale from that. And he's got 10 gas stations. So I'm getting the first one in August. And, as long as we deliver, which we will, I'll end up getting 10 locations from him seeing my posts that you taught us how to do. You know what I mean? So I have a little bit of a twist, but my manager sent out a message talking about how he sees the value of what I'm doing, talking about me being 310% of budget. Then it's gone out to the region, and now one of the division managers are reaching out. They're shocked at what I'm doing. They're talking about me training their leaders and their sales force. They have 40,000 people that work for Republic Services. And this is like, breaking news, using LinkedIn to do what we're doing here. I just think super cool. It's like throwing that pebble in the water. And I just want to let you know, it's still having the ripple effect from what you and I have done.
So I have, I think 3 people on here that are, everybody that's on here, I think is a student. But I have 3 people here that are contemplating one-on-one coaching.
Why are they doing that, Matt? There's no question. The one-on-one coaching is where this all clicks for me. You know what I mean? And after like my second session with you, we fixed the profile. You showed me the basics. I started running with it. I couldn't sleep at night. Once we started having our one-on-one sessions. I was getting up at 3, 4 in the morning, and I would start doing my connections, doing what you taught me. And as you know, if you go back through our, trail there, I enrolled 3 people in one day when I was doing the network marketing. I got paid $5,000 to do 3 LinkedIn trainings for one of the insurance groups. Your training, your one-on-one coaching has opened up so many doors for me. So as time goes by, I always like to give you an update to let you know how I'm doing, but it all stems back to that one-on-one training that we did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, were you surprised at how fast everything started to happen?
Initially, yeah. I mean, like Matt, I knew about you. I've heard about you from years before you and I had gotten together. I've watched some of the webinars that you had, but I mean, like immediately when we first started working together, it just was like a snowball effect. But when I take that into other areas and see how it explodes, like I can't tell you how excited I am about what I'm doing now. Seeing it with my upper management, how they're all like super excited. Many of those people that like this post are at Republic Services 67, and many of them I weren't connected to. So it was a layup in growing my connections. So every time you look at my connections, it grows. It doesn't take a ton of time. You put in 20, 30 minutes a day, but it's really hard to not want to keep going because it's so much fun.
Well, think about the ripple effect. Coming to this company, you're introducing them to something new. How big is the company?
We service about 14 million customers across the country, but there are about 40,000 people that work at Republic Services. And I'm just one of them. And literally I'm getting attention from across the country with what I'm doing. I'm even getting competitors sending me messages that are like, I wish I did that when I was with the company, or you know what I mean? Like people are like, how brilliant. And it's such a simple concept. It's like giving a thank you to the customers, but it's promoting me, it's promoting the business, it's promoting, the company I work for. And it's just so simple. It's a post. You know what I mean? It takes 10 minutes to put it together.
And that's, my friend, one of the things that I emphasize in our current boot camp, because it's not just about the conversation you have. It's about your activity. It's about putting things out there that people can see, that people can react to, that people can respond to, that the ripple effect of that is indescribable. Right now, I wouldn't be surprised in 6 months if you got, I don't know if you're looking for it, major promotion, maybe VP of training.
I can totally see something like that, coming down the pike if that's the path that I choose. But right now, I think that I'm just having so much fun doing this. You know what I mean? Like when you get so excited to do a job that, is fun and you enjoy it, I can see that happening down the road or them coming up with some sort of initiative. But for now, I just want to focus on this because this is just, it's totally fun, just like with building network marketing business this way. It's far more fun than asking friends to come over and, would you please come over and do it in all, it's way more fun.
Well, Joanne, it was wonderful to hear from you. Again, congratulations are once again in order. For me, it's going to be enjoyable to watch your career blossom, as a result of, where I put you. But, you've added your own little spin to it. I mean, I love that line. Let's go trash.
Thank you.
It's terrific. Thanks again for sharing
Thank you.
your story, and congratulations.
Thank you. And anyone, on the fence, don't hesitate. Max's time is limited, and, if you get the opportunity to work with him, he's truly a guest. So thank you again, Max.
Thank you. Now, whether you're in boot camp or whether you're a coaching student, bottom line is all of you are heading down the same road. Barbara shared her experience 2 months ago.
I see Barbara's back. Let me bring her up because I love success stories. So Barbara, I think this is her third boot camp.
Hi, Max.
Hey, Barbara, I hope you don't mind me showcasing your success, but I'm just proud of you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Why don't you share with everybody, since we started to do this?
You could probably tell it better, but I came across this someone had shared this with me many years ago about Max Steingart, but I never got involved. And so I've been building my network marketing business a little over 7 years now. Totally frustrated myself, bought leads of people that wanted to work from home. I could go on and on. And so finally I said, let me get in here and see what this is all about. So I attended 2 boot camps, and I'm going to be attending June's. And all I can say is thank you, Max Steingart, because I have learned so much. I know I have a lot to learn yet, but I found, like you said, we can all win. This isn't like where some can and some, no, we all have the possibility of accomplishing everything we want to accomplish. I'm not afraid to talk to people anymore because I have more than enough to talk to. I sponsored people. In fact, a couple weeks ago, I must have missed it, but I got this thing on Facebook saying you were one of the top recruiters for May. I went, really? I wanted to message back and say, let's thank Max Steingart for that, because it's so much fun. It's not like drudgery before where I hated to follow up. When you contact somebody and think, oh, this is so much fun. And like Max said, it can become addictive. I get up in the morning and I have a routine. Depending on my schedule, it doesn't always get done at the exact same time, but I always make sure I post something on my site. I make sure I go in and contact at least 10 people or more. I have people that are responding. I mean, like today, I had 7 people that I responded to, and the best is yet to come. So I can just say thank you, Max. I so appreciate so much everything that I've learned from you, and I can tell you're passionate about helping each one of us. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Barbara. And again, every one of you is heading down the same road.
Yeah, thank you.
All of
Yes.
you are heading down the same road. You all have easy access to people. And it comes down to one thing. Once your profile is set up, you can connect with all kinds of people. So boot camp starts tonight in 4 hours. And I got to tell you, this one is going to be different than all the other boot camps I've done this year. Why? Because LinkedIn has added some new elements that are going to make it easier and faster for all of you to build your business. Alan, I ran out of time. Come back and I'll answer that question next time.